This content is for kids.
It's not for kids.
Isn't that what I said?
No, it's not for kids. If you are 13 years or younger, this is not for you. Do I have to kill somebody in order to actually make that point across?
No, man, you don't have to kill
Wait
no
a
one.
second.
Oh, no.
When we return to our planet, the High Court may well sentence you to torture.
He likes movies, we like movies. SeptumSin versus the world. SeptumSin versus the world. SeptumSin versus the world. SeptumSin versus the world. I'd buy that for $1.
Greetings! You're watching SeptumSin vs. the World. I'm SeptumSin. Today, we're going to be talking about the movie Return to Splatter Farm by Polonia Brothers Entertainment. I was asked to originally do this review by Kyle Rappaport. He's got a small part in the film, so I had never heard of this series before that, and I really enjoyed the first film. See my previous review, linked below. And really had high expectations for this piece. The DVD I have here is a Wild Eye release. To my knowledge, it's still in print, as of this time at least. It has a small number of special features. Let's see here. Including photos taken on the set and about a 5-minute featurette on the making of. And there's a commentary track with the cast and director, which is informative and has been utilized when making the video. The features here are kind of a disappointment when I compare it to the Splatter Farm one. Again, see the review.
Get used to disappointment.
But Kyle has actually helped with this by having a featurette of his own. If you want, you should check it out on his site. His channel is MovieBuff1. I will link that video down below. I really wish that they would have added that feature to here. I thought it was a pretty fun one. It would have added a little bit more to it. Maybe in future releases we'll be able to get something like that in there.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
So, again, if you like this or you want to know more about it, it'd be kind of fun just to check it out. Return to Splatter Farm takes place 30 years after the infamous Death Farm murders, taking place in the first film. A young woman and her friends descend upon the farm to party after she finds she has inherited the land. But unfortunately for her, Jeremy is out there and looking for blood. You know, dramatic reading. I have a love and hate relationship with the Polonia films, with some of them being B-rated favorites, and others, like, say, Amityville Exorcism, being some of the lowest rated films in my collection.
It stinks.
In this case, the writing on the film is pretty good. I felt that it hit all the right plot points, and the killer was very believable, setting good kills up, and it came across very convincingly to me. The film was quite good, and it did not put me to sleep in that 70-minute runtime. As many of you know, boredom is one of the chief things that tells me whether I will like a film or not.
Yeah, well, you know, that's just like your opinion, man.
I had a few things that did stick out as pretty cool. Like trying to wait till later to film Jeremy's actual face, kind of leaving him more in shadow through a lot of the first half of the film. And just little aspects, such as, you know, having a shower scene, and unlike Things 5, where they kind of gratuitously used it over and over and over again, having one in there kind of gave me a bit of a chuckle. It's almost a standard. You gotta have a shower scene if you're gonna do a splatter film.
I love it when a plan comes together.
So let's talk a little bit of the acting. I think it was pretty much on par with most B-movies, with the performances being widely uneven, but none worth mentioning in the bad column here. I did want to mention Jeff Kirkendall's performance as Jeremy, though, as to me, it was the highlight of the film. He gave very convincing performances of the killer, showing how unhinged he was, little expressions, movement, and body language. It's just, like him holding the heads, doing those things. To me, the performance of the people being killed in the B film doesn't really have to be on point. Matter of fact, if it's a little bit off, I think it adds to the nuance of a B film. And even a high-budget one, like, say, a Friday the 13th, having the acting a little off can actually lead to additional enjoyment. So no problems there. As Kyle has clued me in on this project, I wanted to mention his role in the film.
I'm gonna cut some wood.
Alright, but hurry back, okay?
Alright.
Damn thing, god damn it. Go in.
I thought that he did a pretty good job for, this little short stint. When you can give a performance that feels kind of different from the person itself that's doing the performance, to me that's a good thing. Kyle and the person he's paired with do have a little bit more involved than what I've shown you, but I'll let you find that out. Make it a little bit of fun, a little game. Find him. The music in this film was pretty standard, did its job. Pretty standard, Hollywood. Pretty standard slasher fare.
Truly, you have a dizzying intellect.
Wait till I get going! Where was I?
And James Kelly made a pretty fun theme. Return to Splatter Farm is a rockin' theme. I keep humming it to myself over and over again as we speak. Just watching this a couple of times over, it just got in my head. And that's a good job. I really enjoyed it. So let's talk special effects. They were hit and miss, most of the time being hits. During the misses, it was pretty obvious on the low budget end of the film, but these were really in the minority. They did an excellent job with the gore effects throughout. Many of the kills were pretty nice. The effects at the beginning and the flare gun scene towards the end were my favorites when it came to the kills. Makeup was also on point. The film handled itself well, giving you a good glimpse of the gore and the people themselves. Finally, I have pretty bad thoughts about the lighting in most of these films, but to my surprise, it was handled very well. The use of filters, making convincing night shots, as well as lighting utilized to make sure that the action remained visible at all times, helped this film along very well. I think the people who did Camp Blood 4 really, really could learn from these people. Finally, I had to mention the flashback scene. Was it really that hard to secure the rights to use cuts from the old film? I mean, old film stock that they used would look perfect for a flashback. They wouldn't even have to do much editing on that. They just, cut, boom. Right there. It would have definitely resulted in a very different reaction than I had watching it. It may be that laughing at the scene was the intended response, but I didn't get that was what they were going for. Still, if that was, good job. I'll leave it to your interpretation. So let's talk about who would like this film. I think anyone who likes a shot on, video horrors or B-movie slashers will love this film. I think they will really enjoy it. Fans of the original film will not be disappointed by this one. I was a little bit worried that it wouldn't bring the A game that we had with the first film, but I was wrong. Now, people are into high-budget slashers. It might be worth a watch. I'm not gonna say that it's a definite but I'd say it's worth at least trying. And then finally, if you're looking for an art house drama,
a foreign film. Oh, the evening is saved. I like French films, pretentious, boring French films. I like French films. 3 tickets, s'il vous plaît. Ow.
Why are you watching a review of Return to Splatter Farm? So Return to Splatter Farm is streaming free on Amazon Prime, if you have a subscription, and is out on DVD for about a range of $14, which is pretty fair for what you're getting.
I'd buy that for $1.
You get a good film and okay special features. Splatter Farm is an interesting story returning to the classic that all us vidiots love to watch. This is SeptumSin. Please like and subscribe, and stay tuned to the YouTube shoutout after the credits. Catch you later. Welcome back, and this YouTube shoutout is dedicated to one of the content creators that is very influential to me, at least in starting my channel in the first place, the Fluffy Gamer. I thought I'd actually covered this guy before, and I am sorry. He deserved to have been covered earlier, as he is one of the channels that I watch on the regular. His channel started out mostly as retro game hunting, looking for items in his collection and items to sell for extra cash. A lot like Storage Wars, some of these other ones, there was a lot of emulation there, and there's a lot of relation to that on the channel. He's even on 1 or 2 Storage Wars episodes, and talks with some of them on his show. He appears very personable on his channel, making him fun to watch, and many of his videos well worth your time. In the sea of collection channels, his is one of the few that I will prioritize when watching when it comes down to the wire. A final plus is that he introduced me to my favorite YouTube channel, the Rebel Gaming Club, which I'll always be grateful for. If you like movies, game collecting, or a good sense of humor, I think you can't go wrong with this channel. As a matter of fact, he has been doing more filming. He did go on a hiatus for a while with some personal troubles going on, but over the past few months he has been creating content again, and it's good to be supportive of that. So check him out. You won't be sorry. This is SeptumSin, and we'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.
I'll bite your legs off!